going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Karl Bethke.
Mike Stadler here.
Mikey.
You?
I'm hoping for a little more rain today. I know. We're up here at the Stadler Ranch. You didn't get enough last night, did you?
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It is bad. I got a question for you here.
You?
This one comes from Tyler. Tyler asked, what do you guys think are the biggest mistakes made by people every year on DIY hunts?
That's a good one.
Like out west hunts?
Yes.
Great
I'm
shot,
assuming.
too,
It
Mike.
doesn't say out west, but I think that's what he means by, well, DIY in general.
Not in shape.
Yeah, not body conditioning, shooting conditioning.
Yeah, shooting condition. There's a lot.
I don't know. Honestly, think the biggest mistake is people automatically assume they're going to be successful without preparing for what they are going to see when they go to their wherever they're hunting.
Yeah, if you've never hunted out west, and you're on a DIY, which is what we do, you're going to get a wake-up call, usually fairly quickly.
It's going to be an eye-opener.
People see like what Karl and I do now. Yes, we are pretty good at it now. Antelope is not a mule deer.
Correct.
Or a whitetail.
Elk is neither one of those.
And an elk is different. Bears are different, which that's not an out west hunt, but
Okay.
it can be, I guess,
Yeah.
if you're going. But conditioning is a huge thing. Shooting distance, I think, is another big thing that people aren't prepared for. You're not most likely going to get a 30-yard shot.
No.
It's just not going to happen. Not on a DIY.
How many years, well, how many times out of the last 25 years that you and I hunt together out west have you had a 30-yard shot?
Let's see, there's the one and then none.
Zero.
Zero times.
Yep.
I think 55 yards was the shortest shot I ever had on a muley,
Yeah. I think
if I remember correctly.
when you and I hunt together, the shortest shot I've had in the 25 years that you and I have hunted together, 47 yards, and that was on that in 2019 when I shot that big one just over the top of the ridge.
Yeah.
That's the shortest shot I've had, I think. You have to be prepared to shoot uphill and downhill angles and side hill angles.
Yeah, that's why I was going to bring that in there too, and that doesn't mean standing flat and shooting, out.
For you younger guys that are going out there, you guys, I see a lot of the younger hunters out driving around, and when we're out there, especially antelope hunting. Remember, if you could see them, they see you, especially antelope. And
Yeah, your best bet is to get in close on an antelope.
yeah,
Without them seeing. Once they see you, if you're in close, you got a better chance.
yeah. Don't make the mistake of thinking that decoys work all the time either. I know you see a lot of it on the internet. They can see far better than you expect, and they smell just like a regular animal. If they scent you, you're done too. So you have to use the wind direction. I don't know how many times I see a lot of the younger hunters basically walking wind right at the animals. And, you can't do that. Out west, they're no different than a whitetail. They're going to pick up on your scent. But the thing about out west is they see better in general because it's a flat terrain usually, depending on where you're hunting. But like Mike said, you have to prep your equipment. Be prepared to, you don't want to shoot a really light arrow, but you don't want to shoot a really heavy arrow either for speed. Don't get caught up in that arrow. I've got to shoot a such and such
Arrow ferry.
Arrow ferry. Yeah, the ranch ferry. Don't get caught up in using real heavy arrows all the time. Medium weight arrows you'll find are going to make you far more successful out west. And what I mean by that is I'm going to say a medium weight arrow is anywhere between 425 and 525. So
Yeah, we've always kind of said too, you need to be proficient with your bow at, I'm going to really say 80 yards.
yeah, that would be a good shot.
And that's a nice shot. Like, I welcome a 70 or 60 yard shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't want a shorter shot,
Right.
but I better be able to make that shot.
Yeah.
I better be able to make it consistently. Not I can hit a pie plate every fourth arrow at 80 yards.
Right.
That's not going to get it done.
No.
You know.
The other part about that too, like you stated earlier, is prepping yourself physically for what you're going to encounter out there. If you're hunting in the mountains and you live in the Midwest, you cannot prep yourself, I think, honestly, for altitude.
No.
I don't care how much you run, how much you bike, whatever.
You're going to need a day. Give
Just-
yourself a day to acclimate yourself
Yeah.
when you get there. Don't, and because we've done it, you go running in full bore,
Oh God.
you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh yeah, it'll put you down, even if you are prepared.
Yeah.
You know, that first day, I know a lot of guys that go out and then, you're camping at 10,000 feet, around there, 9,000 feet, and you head up the mountain in the morning. I know a lot of guys that'll get there a day or even 2 to 3 days before the season even starts, or their hunting time, just to get their body to acclimate to the altitude.
It takes a bit.
So it is important. If you're going out west and you have to supply your own food, do not think you're going to live on energy bars, mountain ops, and stuff like that. You're going to need real food. Your body needs real food also. I know a lot of guys go out there and, we're going to hike in, we're going to backpack all our gear in, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Well, that's great as long as you're prepared for it. Prep yourself for it. If you're unaware, depending on where you're going hunting too, is be prepared for predators, because you're not the alpha when you go to some of these mountain hunts.
No.
I mean,
Have a sidearm.
Yep, carry a sidearm with you.
Know how to use it.
Yeah. And there's not a state out west that doesn't allow you to carry a sidearm, just so you're aware. I seen a question on the internet the other day, does Wyoming allow me to carry a sidearm while I'm bow hunting? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they do. Montana, Wyoming, all the states with mountains, because there are animals out there that are hunting you.
Mm-hmm.
So be aware of that. Every year we lose a few hunters out west to bears or cats. So important to understand that too. Gear wise, always carry a backup bow. Have a bow in the truck.
Yeah.
You need to have a backup bow just in case something happens.
It's easy to drop your equipment out there too. So the terrain's going to be different than what you're used to. Footing is going to be different than what you're used to. So,
Good boots.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you have some boots. Don't buy a pair of boots and take them out there and put them on.
Oh my God.
Get a pair of boots and wear them all summer.
Yep.
Get them ready to go. Because I know this for a fact. Carl and I have a couple of pairs of boots, and all we do is wear them out west.
Yep.
But they are broke in, and that's what we wear. We wear them out west, and then they're put away.
Yep.
We don't wear them here. We don't wear them out on the lawn.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I just ordered 2 new sets of boots. I got a gift card from my mom.
That's not something.
Yeah, so I
Definitely new boots.
well, I gotta have new boots. I still ain't.
I got new boots.
I don't have Mike boots.
I got new boots too. I'm a boot whore.
You are.
Yeah, I got a new pair. I got them broken already. They're ready.
I know.
Right.
I gotta break mine in. I'll be wearing them as soon as they come in. I'll be wearing them when we're walking around shooting for league and all of that.
Sounds
Just
good.
because. No, it's a fact.
Okay.
Got to do that. Clothing. When it comes to clothing, if you're going out, make sure you've got good clothing. It's important to have.
Especially if you're getting up high, you can get into some weather. When you're camping, make sure that you're prepared for that. You get stuck, you'll be dead up there.
We've been hunting.
Storms blowing on you quick in a mountain. If you haven't been in one, we've been in them.
Oh yeah, I remember that one day we went out. We were in southwestern Colorado. We went out. It was like 60.
Yeah, it was warm.
Pretty warm,
Nice.
50, 60,
Yeah.
something like that. And by the end of the day, when we got out in the middle of nowhere, it was like 30 something, ice and snow.
Yeah, we got stuck in a snowstorm that blew in.
Yep.
held up for a while.
We did.
Thought we were going to probably end up staying there over the night,
Yeah.
which we were prepared to do. But we didn't. We got back out of there and got back to our base camp. But it's things you got to be ready for, you know. I'll say one thing that I'm very proficient at: learn how to use a compass.
Oh yes.
Don't count on
A
a GPS. Yes, they are awesome.
Yep.
They are great. GPSs have batteries.
Yep.
GPSs go dead. Weather blows in, they may not work.
That's not going to save your life.
Know how to use a compass. Know how to mark waypoints. It's critical.
It can be. It can save your life.
It saves your life, and that is a fact.
Yep. I mean, if you're in the plains, let's just say you're hunting, you know, North Dakota, South Dakota, somewhere like that, where you can kind of see a little bit further, you still get turned around really quick.
Yeah,
you get down to some of those coulees.
It's easy.
You know, so it takes a little bit to acclimate yourself to.
Yep.
You know, here's another one. Your vehicle that you're taking. Make sure that you're mechanically sound and ready to go. Whether you take UTVs or ATVs or whatever, if they're legal, not a big fan of using those, but you will lose them on some hunts just to kind of get to a certain point. And
Nothing to ruin hunt more is if you can't get there, you can't get back.
Yeah. Most importantly, you can't get back.
Yeah, because normally, you know, all of us are on a set amount of time.
Yeah.
So you don't want to waste it sitting in a garage somewhere out west.
Nope. No, I've seen people actually lose 3-4 days of their 7-9 day hunt because their equipment wasn't, or their truck wasn't ready or whatever. So pretty important. I think those are probably the biggest things we see for DIY, especially out west. We appreciate the question. Thanks for asking it. Hopefully we gave you some good information there. It'll help you on your next DIY. If you guys got any comments or suggestions or anything that you want to put in the comments to try and help people out, go ahead and put them right down here below us here on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to the channel, check it out right here in the lower right hand corner and hit the reaper. If you want to listen to the podcast, just the podcasts themselves, you can check us out at Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Amazon,
RSS.com,
and iHeart. Also check us out on YouTube. We appreciate each and every one of you guys listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
This might have been one that we seen yesterday. We had an antelope real close to it.
High going down through the lungs, probably came out low on the other side. Beautiful mule deer.